Well, hello and welcome everybody. Thanks for sharing your valuable time with us this evening. My name's Andrew Twelftree, and today I'm going to share something that's very close to my heart. It's helped me escape my situation and is helping so many others with a way out as well. So what have we got today? How to begin creating the lifestyle of a professional investor without a huge outlay of time or money. Now, I'm guessing this might not be your first information call on how to start getting some freedoms in your life. The first thing I'd like to mention is if you have struggled or failed to generate any lasting passive income in the past, it's not your fault. The information you're required to do it is not taught in our education systems around the world. In my view, that's completely deliberate, but that's a whole other story. So unless you studied at university or had wealthy parents, how are you supposed to know? Personally, I wish I knew then what I know now, and I'm sure you'll feel the same. Now, if you've been worried about the fact you haven't reached financial freedom yet, I want to put those fears to rest. You can do this, you just need the right information and the right people to explain it. Now, the system, as we call it, school, university, TV, news, movies, parents, banks, governments, everything and everyone is there to make you go to school, get a good education, get a trade or a degree, get a good job and work hard for 40 to 50 years and you'll have a great life. You're right. What does that really get you? I know for me personally, it got me a crippling debt because I went to university. I had no time, no freedom, living paycheck to paycheck. In fact, I had to send the wife to work to make ends meet. I was tracking towards retirement at 70, if I was lucky, with failing health due to many years of stress and strain in the workforce. Would that sound about right for any of you? Now, if you've ever thought that the government and the banks don't actually want you to succeed, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is we actually care about your success and truly want to see you living the life of your dreams. So my goal for this call is to help two types of people. For those who've been in the workforce for 20 years or more and are not in the position to retire financially free, and for those just starting out, you'll learn how to avoid years of stress and struggle in the workforce. So how are we going to do that? We're going to explain the new economic evolution of the world and how it can help you escape all those years of pain and suffering. But first we need to do a disclaimer. NEEW are not registered brokers or advisors. Consider information offered as recommendation or personal advice. All business opportunities come with risk, so please be responsible for your own results. The figures offered are for illustrative purposes only. We do not offer financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and seek confirmation from a licensed accountant or financial advisor for compliance in your country. Now, that being said, make sure they're a smart one, not just a tax collector like most accountants. Now, who am I? My name's Andrew Twelftree. I'm a president within the NEEW organisation. I'm a motivational speaker and trainer. Obviously, I'm a private investor, both inside and outside of NEEW. I'm a full-time online marketer and networker, but I never used to be. I used to be a civil engineer working 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. You know, the 5:30 alarm, you'd have the sleep button for 9 minutes, you'd roll out of bed, through the shower, in your work clothes, coffee, toast, out the door by 5:49, or I'd catch the traffic. Arrive, 7 a.m, a phone in each ear, the boss in one ear and the labour force in the other. Work back after everyone had gone home, drive home for an hour or so, and guys, that's not living, that's surviving. I pretty soon learnt to resent the time I spent there instead of home with my family, where I should have been. I'm also a crypto enthusiast. Obviously, I'm an Australian living in the Philippines by choice, and I'm a global investment portfolio co-owner. We've got a few lifestyle shots down the bottom. Obviously, it's been a pretty wild ride this year. I've been to the UK, Malaysia, India, Belarus a couple of times. it's been a massive 2019, just as you can have the biggest year ever in 2020. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, folks. Not all that long ago, everything had culminated to a point where I had about $50 to my name to eat. I was living on the floor of an office cubicle in the construction yard for 2 weeks awaiting a flight home. The only place I could get internet was sitting my computer on that bin next to the office. Right, that was my office, the upturned esky. I spent 12 to 18 hours a day working there, building this, or starve. So, moral of the story, we got through. And coincidentally, most of the leaders you'll see in my team today came from that 2-week period. But back then, we were actually on our innovative transport technology project. Obviously, we are NEEW. This is our company here, our NEEW group of companies. We sell education, the stuff we're not taught at schools. That creates revenue. Traditionally, half the revenue went to the technology to help develop it. In return, as a bonus, we received equity ownership in that company. Now, it wasn't until the function in Malaysia, February this year, that we got wind that our second project was about to be launched. Now, it officially launched March 30 this year, and stage 1 sold out in a day, extremely quickly. But the crypto unit program, that's just its name, is a global investment portfolio with a security token offering wrapped around it. Now, that sounds like lots of words. We will expand further. But here, in essence, we sell education still. As a bonus, we receive equity ownership in this. We coincidentally are the largest shareholders in the technology company, and this is what changed everything. For 7 months now, we have been receiving monthly loyalty bonuses from our global investment portfolio. This, ladies and gentlemen, changed everything. The launch of our crypto unit program allowed everyday people like us to tap into a global investment portfolio, profit from it, whilst we learn to develop our own. So what's this NEEW? And the 3 pillars we ask, okay? The first pillar is education. Now, we've pretty much covered the fact that the education system existing is there to extract our wealth from our pockets to the banks and the governments. We know it doesn't work. Now, the other side of the fence, our system, our lessons fast track you to the wealth creation mindset. We start eliminating the limiting beliefs that are brainwashed into us from kindergarten. You know, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for money. You know, all that kind of stuff. It's brainwashed into us. We absolutely help you get out of that. We help you develop business and investments to have people and money working for you. What's on offer is unlimited, uncapped, passive income and financial freedom. Now, when people hear financial freedom, they have visions of Lamborghinis, mansions, 50-foot yachts and private jets. Really, it's not. If you can learn how to generate enough passive income to cover your expenses existing, are you not financially free? Could you then work on business and investments after that to work on lifestyle? I absolutely suggest you can. Freedom and choices, guys, are a lot closer than you think. So the importance of the education will become more and more apparent as time goes by. We can actually fast track your knowledge and understanding to the mindset of the super wealthy. Now, the next pillar of the new economic evolution of the world is co-ownership. Now, this is what gets people initially excited about what we have, right? Let's have a look at this. Now, at first, we would like to, or I would like to introduce you to our CEO, Andre Hirato. He is a professional investor, a self-made multimillionaire the creator of the Academy of a Private Investor, which is an education course teaching you how to become a professional investor. Now, that company opened in 2011. Right? It evolved into the new economic evolution of the world in our innovative transport project back in 2014. And we have evolved into our crypto unit program, or our NEEW program, very, very recently. All right. So finance and investments business coach also. Here's the point, guys. Our company was created back in 2011. We are 9 years old, guys. We are not a new company. Now let's have a look at our portfolio, because this is what gets people excited. It's very diversified. This is an actual pie chart of our portfolio. It's diversified into 20 different investment instruments or sectors in the marketplace. All right. Back in 2014, when our transport project started, Andre knew that at some point we would need another project to promote moving forward, because he knew at some point the transport technology would have finished all its fundraising required. So Andre started an investment portfolio back then with $26,000 of his own money. He applied the strategies we teach, invested that, and as of March 30 this year, that investment portfolio had swelled to $12 million. All right. It then grew 3 or 4 months later to 40 million. August, it was up to 63. October, it was up to over $100 million. Let's have a look at some of the investments inside. We will expand on this further as we go through, but we have real estate developments. We've got just shy of 2 billion of the transport shares. We have 3 gold mines and counting. We have gold trading, investments in the USA and Russian stock markets, UGPay, GeniePay, banking license and brokerage firms. We are going to have our own banking eco-culture wrapped around our portfolio. We are in the movie industry. We have cash investments and reserves, and we are in the cryptocurrency. We have holdings, we have trading, we have ATMs. All right? Just to give you a bit of an overview. Now, that all sounds pretty exciting. We'll expand on that further. Now, let's have a look at our crypto unit club and compare it to some other instruments in the marketplace. Many people would have heard of an ICO, which is an unregulated industry called the initial coin offering industry. Now, all you need is a coin on the blockchain, a white paper, a scratched up website, and a story. Now, the story could be, we're going to disrupt the banking industry by having unlimited international transactions for minimal fees, 24 hours a day. Now, people would, not sure who's messaging, people would say, wow, that sounds awesome, throw a heap of money at it, to in the hope that it would spike, sorry, I've lost my mojo, in the hope that it would spike if it reached an exchange to an extreme value so that they could sell their coin at extreme profit and solve all of their financial problems. Right? Now, traditionally, not all of these are bad, of course, but there's been a lot of unscrupulous people that have launched ICOs, collected millions, if not billions of dollars, and then run away with it. Can I just quickly see who that is and mute that conversation, Alex, if you're on the call. Sorry, guys, I'll catch it in a minute. Right, here's the point, guys. People get burnt out of pocket, gun shy, and nervous to take on other opportunities. Now, here's the point. We are not an ICO. We are a security token offering. Okay, security being the operative word. Now, that indicates that we have an underlying asset backing our token. Now, the underlying asset is, Sherry, mate, can you please mute that conversation for me, please? It keeps dinging with people turning it. Sorry, guys. Do you know how to mute? Yes, thank you. Right. Let me catch this for a moment, guys. We are in the pre-launch of, thank you. Oh, can you mute that one then too? We are, well, can you go and hide the phone? Wow, I've lost, just give me 2 seconds, guys. Now, security backing our token. Now, we are in the pre-launch of a security token offering, okay? Oh man, I've completely lost it. The asset backing our token is the investment portfolio that we just described. We are in the final stages of pre-launch, so the discounts we're getting on these packages will never be available again. We have the opportunity to accumulate a lot of these tokens right now and create some insane wealth. Who would like some of that? Absolutely. Now, phase 2 is our global merchandising phase. We have a staged rollout with some very exciting stuff coming up. In fact, there'll be some pretty major announcements, my gut feeling, coming out on the update webinar this weekend. On the third phase is when we go onto the exchange fully SEC compliant. Sometime in the first quarter next year is our anticipated date. Right? Once public launch happens, 65% of every dollar spent in the global stage or from newly released tokens gets kicked back into our portfolio, increasing its size significantly. We are talking billions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have been receiving, as we mentioned before, loyalty bonuses, and we'll also continue to do so. We are starting to receive bonuses from the growth of the portfolio as well. We've already received one. These bonuses will continue for decades/generations to come, as the portfolio was specifically designed to last for generations. They'll pull anywhere between 8 and 35% of the growth of the portfolio and pay it back to the token holders as a loyalty bonus every month, so that we have this ongoing increasing monthly passive income will last for the rest of your life. You'll be able to will it onto your children and them to theirs. Is that not what everybody is looking for? For a moment, let's talk about the US dollar. Back in 1971, Richard Nixon temporarily removed the gold standard from the US dollar. At that point, it caused every currency around the world to become a fiat currency. It also allowed all the governments around the world and banks around the world to start conjuring up money out of thin air. And they've been doing so in the trillions. You know, quantitative easing, 1, 2, 3. Banks don't lend money, they create it. That's why it's so hard to get by these days, because the buying power of our dollar is being diluted by the minute. And just on a side note, if you study the history of money, every fiat currency in the history of time has returned to its intrinsic value of 0. There's been over 600 of them. Why will this be any different? If you're not prepared for what's about to happen in the very near future, you could very well get wiped out. Now, back in the 50s and 60s, you could actually exchange your money for gold. Gold is a brilliant store of value. Back in the Roman days, you could buy a chariot with a bar of gold. Now today, you could buy a car. If you had these 4 shiny bars of gold on your kitchen bench, apart from going yay, is there any way you could produce 20 bars of gold of the same size without buying it, digging it up out of your garden, or hijacking the golden goose? There isn't, is there? Because it's a finite amount of a precious metal. This is why banks and governments hate it, because they can't print it. Now, on the other side of the fence, our golden goose, we literally can produce 20 bars of gold because we own several gold mines. I hope you understand that. Now, being a token holder or owner, you are part owners of those gold mines, the shares, the diamond production, the banking system, all the investments within that portfolio. Now, on a side note as well, guys, the portfolio has grown from 26,000 to 12 million, to 40 million, to 63 million. to over $100 million today. Pretty strong upward trend, don't you think? Absolutely. What do you think that'll do to the price of the token when we go public? Absolutely. All right. The more of these we can accumulate now will mean a massive wealth creation in the future. So let's have a look at some of the investments within the investment portfolio. We'll start out with the venture capital segment. Now, obviously, we started out with the transport technology. We have a major stake in that. In fact, we are the largest shareholders in that technology. But a new kid on the block is Basalt. And this is one I would really love to share because the market potential of this is insane. Basalt is derived from the melting down of volcanic rock, and they create a fibre out of it. Just kind of like carbon fibre, so you understand. We can actually make textiles out of it. We can make skins for cars and machinery and aeroplanes out of it. It has applications in the space technology, durable household furniture, 3D printing. Now, as an engineer, I know this is insane. Every concrete structure on the planet, short of a garden path, has steel reinforcement within it. Right? Steel is heavy, it's expensive, it rusts, it's difficult to handle on a construction site. Basalt can create reinforcement bars which are lighter, cheaper, stronger, and don't corrode. Concrete structures won't deteriorate with basalt within them. The market potential for this is trillions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. We own half of this company. If that does not get you excited, we are also in the precious metals sector. We own 3 gold mines already. We are negotiating a 4th. One of these gold mines, Ural Gold, is already producing. I have personally seen the contracts for this gold mine. In the annexes, it states by April 2020, it will have produced 30 metric tons of gold, and thereafter 10 ton of gold per month. Right? By June next year, they will have produced 60 metric ton of gold. We are 50% owners. By June next year, we'll have 30 ton of gold backing our tokens. We also trade in gold, and that's already producing profit as well. Okay, what happens when we get all of these other gold mines and the 4th one up and running? The earning potential is insane. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, guys, we're also in the banking segment. People know how much banks make. We can have our own, all right? We have investments in a holding company that owns its own bank. We have access to a banking license to use as needed to perform what we need to perform. We have 2 brokerage firms already, one in the States, one in Cyprus, which covers the US and Europe market. We are negotiating more in Singapore and India. All right, that will allow us to buy and sell securities worldwide. UGPay, we have signed off by a notary in Singapore to be able to open our own online bank and be a fully fledged online bank. GeniePay is a global borderless payment solution. And CryptoMat, our own ATMs. Now these, we have 4 installed in our offices, or new offices in Europe already. They have the functionality. You can put cash into them and buy cryptocurrency, including ours. And also you can put cryptocurrency into it, including ours, and pull cash out. These things will be utilized a lot and more as cryptocurrencies are adopted around the world. These things will profit anywhere, 500, 1,000, 2,000 per machine per day, depending on the turnover. We plan on having tens of thousands of these globally. It's a license to print money. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, we are invested in many stock markets around the world, the US and Russian stock markets. We have a lot of initial public offering deals and mutual funds. We are already generating significant profits from this. If that doesn't get you excited, we're also in the cryptocurrency and blockchain, right? We have investments in the security token offering crypto unit arena. We have a little crypto algorithmic trading bot, which is working away in the background, and we're just testing it, and it's already making money. This isn't our focus, it's just another string to our bow, guys. We have equity in different businesses. Now, I'm going to expand on Sushi Master because this is downright exciting. Sushi Master is a Japanese cuisine franchise. We already have 230 stores. By April next year, they'll have about 300. And from April 2020 to 2021, they are planning on opening 2,000 additional stores across the globe. Right? We have a 5% stake in this company. The capitalisation on about 2,500 stores will be about $5 billion. 5% of that is a lot of money. Right? Now, we have already two 50-50 franchises. Now, how this works, we front the money to establish the store. From the profits, our investment is returned 100% until it's returned. We then share the profits 50-50 with Sushi Master, and they manage the store. Income for nothing. I say rack these up all day long. We'll have as many of these as you want, ladies and gentlemen. We also have a 100% franchise opening in Belarus early next year. All right, very, very exciting, guys. Shikard is an online shopping discount cashback U-Butte system that we'll make a bucket load of money out of. It's going to be incorporated within our ecosystem as a bonus. Right? If that doesn't get you excited, guys, we're also in the movie market. We met Dragon Man in India at our function. Now, this is, we've seen the shorts to it. It's a bit corny for us Westerners. You know, the old, obviously fake martial art Sonic kind of stuff, but the Asians love that stuff. And in fact, we all thought it was all fake. And then Dragon Man came out and started doing his kicks and flips on stage. It was really cool. Now, we're only investing, $2.5 million into this movie. Andre shared with us the potential earnings of around $90 to $100 million from that outlay. That's a pretty good return on investment, hey? Now, we are going to film many different movies, some TV series, and we're actually going to move into the Bollywood market as well. Extremely lucrative. If that doesn't get you excited, we're also in the real estate market. Andre has shared with us the locations via Google Maps, right? The Phuket, Thailand resort and the Crimea on the Black Sea. All right, we are building resorts on both of these blocks of land. They'll be using the Marriott business model to timeshare and make some insane ongoing revenue and returns for us, the investors. Now, fingers crossed, I'm hoping there's a reasonably significant announcement regarding this in the near future. And if that doesn't get you excited, we're also creating our own diamonds. We can create them in 6 different colors, but the white ones are of such, or all of them are of such quality that you can barely tell the difference between ours and a real diamond, and a natural diamond, sorry, because they're all real diamonds. Now, the market potential of this is we can sell these to mining companies for diamond head drill bits, to jewelers, to just sell them diamonds, and or we can start our own diamond brand and our own jewelry brand and sell it for 5 or 6 times the price. We'll probably do all of the above. Now, it says here we've got a couple of $1 million to invest still We are buying larger machinery which will allow us to develop or breed or grow, diamonds up to about 10 carats in size. Very, very exciting. Now, we are also in the initial public offering market. Revolve is an LA-based clothing store, all right, fashion company. CrowdStrike, antivirus software for businesses. We have already doubled our money in these. Fiverr, many of you who know who they are. And also Chewy. Now, this is who I thought it was, but it's actually an online pet store. Now, who has seen the show Shark Tank? Right, where people come to them and pitch their products and businesses in the hope for an investment in exchange for equity ownership. This is our business model, guys. People came to us or come to us looking for just that, right? Because banks aren't lending the money they used to. Now, Chewy came to us, we struck a deal and we gained equity ownership in it. Now, here's the thing, guys. We can pick and choose which investments we want to be involved in that match our criteria, both in capitalisation and ongoing revenue. All right? How exciting is that? We have heaps of others. Adaptive Technology, Change Healthcare, The Real, Medallia, Health Catalyst, Live On Go, just to name a few. There are heaps of others. All right? All of that, guys, is the co-ownership component. That's why people get excited being able to be part of or part owners in everything that we just explained. As you do, the need for the education becomes more apparent. So to be co-owners, all you have to do is participate in our education packages and you'll get co-ownership as a bonus. Now, the third pillar of the new economic evolution of the world is business. Now, you don't have to embrace this if it's not your bag, but those who do, personally, it's allowed me to compound my efforts so that I could go from living in a construction yard to freedom and choices. Now, it's not just me, guys. There are so many testimonials from around the world of this changing people's lives for the better. So let me explain that. You can actually earn your financial freedom passively if you've got enough money or you buy big enough education packages to accumulate enough tokens to sit there and wait. It will take time, all right? Or you can embrace the third pillar and share this life-changing opportunity with people you know, like, and care about to give them the same opportunity you've got to start generating some freedoms in their lives. They'll end up thanking you for it. By sharing this, obviously you earn real-time commissions and bonus tokens paid directly into your back office. With that, you can go and do your shopping with it, or you can accumulate more tokens. The choice is absolutely yours. Now, obviously, the more you share it with, the more people you share it with, the bigger your team and the bigger the income. Now, I'm going to share quickly 3 secrets with you. You can fast track your knowledge and mindset to that of the super wealthy. Start eliminating the limiting beliefs that have been brainwashed into you over the years. All right, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for money, all that. The world is an abundant place. We can help you tap into that. You can jumpstart your portfolio by tapping into our crypto unit program and literally earn while you learn. And you can learn to compound your efforts significantly by helping others on their path to their freedom. We are actually helping people, ladies and gentlemen. This 1, 2, 3 combination can only be done with the new economic evolution of the world. All right, it's very easy to get started. Grab the link from the person who's shared this with you. We have lots of training, news, training and support groups. If you want to gently share this with a few people or build it as the absolute business it can be, we've got the support and training for you. You can become a professional investor both inside and outside of NEEW, and we absolutely encourage it. So you can create multiple massive passive income streams to generate financial freedom in your life and then in turn help others reach theirs. So we can all start doing what we love and follow your passion. So what we're doing, guys, is leaving a legacy for your family. You will be the one they talk about in years to come, because the portfolio that you will develop today will last through the generations.